Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. So, if your Bosch dishwasher is throwing that E25 error code and won't drain, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. Good news is about 90% of the time, this is something you can handle yourself in under 30 minutes without calling a repair guy. Just remember to always disconnect power before starting any repair work. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. You can see on the screen right now what we're dealing with. Standing water in the tub and that annoying E25 code staring back at you. Trust me, I've seen this 100 times, and most of the fixes are going to cost you nothing but a little elbow grease. So the most common cause I see is a clogged filter or that white pump cover underneath coming loose. You'll know this is your problem when you see the E25 code water sitting in the bottom of the tub, and sometimes that little water tap icon lights up too. Here's what happens. Food particles, grease, all that nasty stuff builds up in the filter and blocks water from draining out. Sometimes that pump cover just pops loose and triggers the error. Here's the fix. First, unplug the unit completely for safety. Pull out both bottom dish racks to access the filter assembly at the bottom center of the tub. You'll need to turn the cylindrical filter counterclockwise about a quarter turn, then lift it straight out. Don't be surprised if it's absolutely disgusting with food debris. Clean all those filter parts with warm water until they're spotless. Now here's the key part. Underneath where that filter sits, there's a white plastic cover. Push down on it until you hear it click into place. I had this lady last week call me in a panic about her dishwasher being broken, and it turned out that cover had just wiggled loose. 2-second fix. Another thing that'll cause the E25 code is something jamming up the drain pump impeller. That's the little wheel that spins to push water out. You'll still get the E25 code even after cleaning the filter, and sometimes you'll hear grinding or humming noises. What happens is pieces of glass, plastic, even chicken bones get past the filter and jam up that impeller wheel. Here's how we fix it. Disconnect power, remove any standing water with a cup and sponge, then take out that filter. Now you're going to see the pump cover. Use a spoon or something blunt to pry it off until it clicks, then pull it forward. You'll see a small white wheel. That's your impeller. Spin it with your finger to see if it moves freely. Use needle nose pliers, tweezers, or long nose forceps to carefully extract whatever's stuck in there. Important safety tip, if you see glass fragments, work slowly and consider wearing safety glasses. Those pieces can be razor sharp and may spring out when removed. Once you've cleared it out, slide that cover back in and push down until it clicks securely. Sometimes the problem isn't inside the dishwasher at all, it's the drain hose. You'll get that same E25 code if the hose is kinked, crushed, or clogged up with grease. Here's a diagnostic trick that takes about 10 minutes. Disconnect the drain hose from under your sink and place the end into a large bucket or laundry tub. Run a quick rinse cycle. If water pumps out freely into the bucket, you've confirmed the dishwasher pump works fine. The blockage is either in the drain hose itself or your home's plumbing. Pull your dishwasher out and check that hose for kinks. If it looks okay, detach it from both ends and flush it with warm water. Check that U-bend under your sink too, and if you've got an air gap by your faucet, that can clog up as well. Now, here's something that catches a lot of people. If you recently installed a new garbage disposal, there's a protector plug that needs to be knocked out where the dishwasher hose connects. I've seen brand new installations where the installer forgot this step and the dishwasher couldn't drain at all. If you've cleared the filter, checked the impeller, and the hoses are all good, but you're still getting E25, the drain pump motor itself might be shot. This happens when the motor burns out from trying to spin blocked blades too many times or it's just worn out. You'll know because the dishwasher won't drain no matter what, and you might hear loud grinding or humming sounds. The fix here is replacing the drain pump. Part number 00631200 is pretty common. Good news is this isn't as bad as replacing the circulation pump, and if you're handy, it usually takes about an hour. Parts run anywhere from $13 to about $62 depending on where you shop, plus about 1 hour of your time. If you're not comfortable with removing panels and disconnecting electrical connections, a service call will typically cost $150 to $250 total. For dishwashers over 7 years old, compare this repair cost to replacement. Sometimes that E25 code is being triggered by a faulty sensor or a glitch in the control board. The dishwasher has a built-in leak detection system, and if it thinks there's water in the base or if the control board just freaks out from a power surge, you'll get this error even when everything's working fine. Here's what you do. Try a hard reset by unplugging the unit for a minute, then plugging it back in. Check that float assembly at the bottom for any debris. It should move freely. Look at the electrical connections to make sure nothing's corroded. If none of that works, you might be looking at a control board replacement, and that's where things get expensive. We're talking about $360 for that part. At that point, you got to decide if it's worth fixing or time for a new dishwasher. All right, so the E25 code basically means your dishwasher thinks there's a drain problem. Now, I'm going to walk you through these fixes from simplest to most complex. We're talking everything from a 2-minute filter clean to replacing the actual drain pump. Here's the thing. Start with the easy stuff because I'd say 8 out of 10 times it's just a clogged filter or something equally simple. Don't go tearing into your dishwasher until we've checked all the obvious stuff first. The drain pump part number 00631200, you're looking at anywhere from $13 to about $62 depending on where you shop. This is the part that forces water out through the drain hose. When it fails, you'll get that E25 code standing water in the tub and usually some loud grinding or humming noises. Here's the thing though, don't assume the pump is bad just because you're getting the error. I'd say half the time people think they need a new pump. It's really just debris jamming the impeller. Always check that little white wheel spins freely before you buy a replacement. If you do need to replace it, this is definitely a DIY job for most people. Way better than paying a service call plus labor. Filter assemblies run pretty cheap, anywhere from free if you just need to clean yours up to about $30 for a replacement. Part number 00645038 is one example of a microfilter. These things filter out food particles to protect your pumps, and when they get clogged, you'll get slow drainage or that E25 error. The cool thing is you can usually just clean these filters and they're good as new. I always tell people to check their filter at least once a month. It's the best way to prevent drain problems before they start. Drain hoses typically cost between 21 and about $33. Part numbers like 00668108 or 00645149. This is what carries the dirty water from your dishwasher to the house drain. When they get kinked, crushed, or clogged with grease, you'll see that E25 code and water sitting in the tub. Before you buy a new hose, try flushing yours with warm water. Sometimes that's all it needs. If you do need to replace it, make sure it doesn't exceed about 5 feet in length, or the pump won't have enough pressure to push water through it. The float switch runs about $15, part number 00611665, and it's what tells the dishwasher if there's water in the base. Pretty easy to replace if you're handy. Now the control board, that's a different story. Part number 00705047 will set you back about $360. That's where you got to do the math on whether it's worth fixing or just getting a new dishwasher. Control boards can fail from power surges, moisture, or just age. If everything else checks out and you're still getting that E25 code, the control board might be the culprit. Now you can see right there on your screen the most common Bosch models that run into these E25 drainage issues. Take a look. You might even spot your own model up there. Don't worry about memorizing all those model numbers, but it's good to know you're not alone if your dishwasher is on this list. These are the units I see most often in my repair calls for drainage problems. Here's your action plan for the Bosch E25 error. Start with cleaning the filter and securing the white pump cover. This free 5-minute fix solves it 80% of the time. If that doesn't work, check the impeller for debris, then inspect your drain hose. Only move to pump or control board replacement as a last resort. Pro tip, clean your filter monthly and scrape dishes well to prevent future E25 errors. By doing this yourself, you're avoiding that $120 diagnostic fee that comes with calling a repair service. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel, where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your Bosch dishwasher draining again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.